Greetings, everyone. Beniza to you all. I want to say a very big thank you to all those who are following me on Facebook and Instagram and subscribing on YouTube. God bless you all. God bless you all. Your armies shall be willing in the days of battle in the mighty name of Jesus. Don't forget to subscribe. Click on the subscribe button and the notification button so each time there's a teaching, you'll be among the first persons to be notified. I thank all those who are in the special Deep Dreams and Interpretation group on Facebook. We just clocked 1,000 followers, and we just clocked 10,000 followers and still counting. God bless you all. God bless you all. So, you see, I get a lot of questions, people wanting to know how they can find out what area their calling, what's their area of calling, what is their divine assignment. And this is why I want to do this short teaching. You see, even pastors, some ministers are struggling in ministry. Why? Because you are called, but called into what area? How do you know exactly what you are supposed to be doing? Or what are the signs you see that would make you understand that this is where God is going to use you, or this is how God is going to use you? For which kind of persons are you called? You see, if you check major prophets like Prophet Ezekiel, Prophet Isaiah, Prophet Daniel, Prophet Jeremiah, you see, these are prophets. I think Jeremiah also was called to the nation or to nations. Ezekiel was called to the nation of Israel and for captivity. And that was why, and Daniel was called to kings. Daniel had 4, 5 kings come to power, and Daniel was still there. This king reigns for 10 years or more, dies. Daniel is there. The next king Nebuchadnezzar, the son, and so on. You know, Daniel was called to kings. You see, Prophet Daniel existed at the same time as Prophet Ezekiel. But Prophet Ezekiel was called to the nations, Israelites in captivity. God deliberately was using him to a stubborn people in period of captivity. He was able to know, if you read your Bible, I repeat, Prophet Isaiah, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, Daniel, you see they were doing call to specific. You cannot be a prophet. You're all over the place. You're a deliverance prophet. You're this, you're that. Everything you're there. You cannot be a pastor. You cannot be called a pastor and begin to operate. You cannot be in the office of a pastor and begin to operate as a prophet. You begin to struggle, vice versa. So what happened? Ezekiel knew he was called to the Jewish people or Jewish nation, and he remained with them even in captivity by the riverside. He remained down there with the Jewish people in their sufferings. But Prophet Daniel existed at the same time. Daniel was up there with kings and prime ministers. Prophet Daniel was a big boy prophet. He was a multi-millionaire. He was always looking sharp, like my father, Prophet Hope Persikoza. All right, he was always looking sharp. All right, whereas Ezekiel was down there with the slaves. So you have to understand where your calling is. Who are you called to? This will help you eliminate struggles and stress in ministry. So what am I talking today? How to know your area of calling, or how, to whom are you sent? If you know whom you are sent to, it helps you clarify issues. Example, you see, knowing your past mistakes, knowing your past life, knowing your weaknesses will help direct you to your divine calling, to your prophetic calling. All right? It can help point you to know whom you are called. You see, and when you begin to counsel people, you begin to use that experience in your past life. You see, who are who you see how to help you know about your calling. Check. Who are you attracted to? Who are the people that are attracted to you? I was listening to my mentor, Prophet Hope Pesikoza, and he said at this point in time in his ministry, um, the people who come to him are people who are suffering, who lack. All right? All right? So people who are struggling, probably financially, emotionally. Why? Because he has been there. He knows what it feels like. So, understanding your area of calling, uh, 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 how do you know this? What makes you angry? What is your passion? What are you passionate about? What makes you angry? What is that thing you dislike? Are you the type you dislike lies? You dislike stealing, dishonesty. You have a high moral value. You get angry when you see people suffering. Watch it. You might be called in the area of prophetic. And if you watch your life, you begin to see that most people that come to you are passing through certain things that you have been through in the past. You see, people always say you should forget your past, forget the past. But I say no, in the prophetic, it is not so. You dare not forget your past. Why? It is your past that forms what you'll be seeing in the present and future, how you function in the future. Knowing your past helps you know why God is using you in a particular way. Have you been a thief, a scammer? Do you used to be a liar? All right? Don't be surprised then when after you've been arrested by God, you begin to see yourself, people of questionable characters begin to come more and more to you. In your counseling sessions, you begin to see scammers, prostitutes, etc. The Samaritan woman became one of the greatest, most prolific evangelists after meeting Jesus by the well. She had a past. Mary Magdalene had a past. Judas Iscariot had a past. Matthew, Peter, a liar, had a past. Timothy had a past of fear. So what am I saying? You see, you then begin to understand why, after being saved, when you meet people who are fearful, you begin to know how to deal with them. Your past, what you have been to, tells you how or which area God is going to use you. Paul, a prolific letter writer, a passionate man. He's always passionate about everything he does. So when God began to use him, he began to write letters to churches, to nations, to towns. What are you doing now? This will tell you Watch your life, what you are doing, what you're passing through now. Are you the type you are passing through marital, you have a lot of marital problems? This is telling you already, are you the type you spent years and years after marriage before having a child? This will tell you already the kind of people you will be sent to. You will be sent to people who come from broken homes, having issues with their homes, or people who have who have issues of the fruit of the womb. You might be praying for them. Why? Because you understand their pains. Are you the type? What is happening in your life? Are you sick right now? In the past, you used to be very sick. Then you understand why God will begin to use you in the healing ministry. You see, God will never use anybody without experience. If you think, God, I did a video, the kind of persons that God uses. If you are the type holier than thou, you have no sin, you come from a perfect family, orderly, financially you're like this and all that, God has no need for you because you do not have any experience to impact on people who are passing through things. What are you going to teach them? Watch the most prolific pastors and prophets, evangelists, wherever, in any country where you are. Watch their lives. Go and read their biography. Read about their past. You begin to see a pattern. What happens? You see that these are people who have been through certain things in their lives. They have been through certain struggles in their lives. And look at how God is using them today. In the same line with what they have been through in the past. I repeat, a man who has no past is basically useless in ministry, in the prophetic. La ubra ego supre ida. David was a warrior. David began to fight with bears and lions. David was a shepherd. David began to protect the animals, guide them, while others were enjoying and in the comfort zone at home. But David was busy as a shepherd in the bush. David was busy confronting the animals or wild animals. David was busy caring. And what happens? When God found a man after his heart in him, what happened? David began to be a person that will begin to lead others. Why? He has been practicing leading the flocks in the forest. Your past will determine in your area where you are going to ultimately be used. David has always been used to shepherding, guiding, protecting, put you in the right track. So when vagabonds and wayward men of so-called low value came in contact with David, David already, after training them, guiding them, nurturing them, what happened? They became the mighty men of David. You did not hear that one. David was always fighting the bears and the lions. And what happened? David fought 66 battles. He was a man of war. Why? Because of his past. How many sons and daughters of multimillionaires and billionaires have you seen carrying the mic and preaching the gospel on the street like Prophet Chike does? How many have you seen? Now, you cannot be used without an experience. If you don't have a baggage, what I'm trying to say is how you know your calling is check the baggage, check your past, check what you are passing through right now. It might not be very palatable, but this is telling you the area, directing you to your calling. So as soon as you begin to find out that I have a calling, you begin to understand. If you are struggling right now, probably you are an evangelist. If you are struggling right now, something has to, this video is for you. Why? Go back and check your past. You might have deviated. Everybody is a prophet. So now you have turned to a prophet. That is why you are struggling. Everybody does deliverance. Now you are doing deliverance. That is why you are struggling. Did God call you as a prophet? Or you made yourself, you can be made prophet, yes, but then you have to check your life. All right? Your experience, the experience you have is what your experience you have, your experience you are having, the experience you had in the past. You've suffered a lot of heartbreaks in the past. Probably you will end up counseling people, counseling women, bringing succor and comfort. God bless you all. I hope I've been able to clarify you and made you less confused about knowing how to identify your calling. God bless you, everyone. My name is Prophet Chike Jideonwo, and I love you all.